Have you ever had a garden to tend to? Well, growing your own food can be very fun and rewarding. You get to see what it's like to take a seed and nurture it and watch it grow. And one thing you can learn from growing your own food is how long it actually takes to produce that food. Well, it takes a lot of patience to have a garden and for the plants to mature, and then patience waiting for them to ripen. A watermelon, for instance, can take up to 3 months or 90 days from seed to fruit. It takes a lot of patience to grow a watermelon, but the end result is very sweet indeed. Patience is today's fruit of the Spirit and a very appropriate trait to describe growing fruit. Like the foods we grow in our garden, it takes time to develop patience. We must learn to let go of things that we can't control, and we must trust that God has a plan. And more than anything, we must learn to do the one thing that no person wants to do. Do you know what that is? Yes, we must learn to wait. Well, one of the most famous stories about patience comes to us from the book of Genesis. It's the story about a man who was promised that he would become a father. So if you're ready, let's grab your Bible and grab your journal and let's dig into today's Bible lesson. Today's fruit is patience. Today's Bible lesson comes to us from Genesis 21, verses 1 through 7. During today's Bible lesson, journal, draw, or doodle about these things. Why do you think God made Abraham wait so long to have a son? Can you think of a time when you had to wait in the last week or so? How did that feel? How can we learn to be more patient? Son of Laughter, God's special promise to Abraham, from the Jesus Storybook Bible. Guess what? God laughed. I will give you so many children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, you won't be able to count them either. Abraham couldn't help giggling at such a wonderful idea. But he stopped himself. How could he have a family? Don't be silly. He didn't have any children, let alone grandchildren. He wiped away a tear. Anyway, it was far too late for him to start having babies at his age. He was 99 years old. What could God mean? Abraham, God said, believe me. And then God told Abraham his secret rescue plan. Abraham, I will make your family very big, God promised, until one day your family will come to number more than even all the stars in the sky. Abraham looked up at the dark night sky, thick with stars. You will be my special family, my people, and through you everyone on earth will be blessed. Sure enough, 9 months later, just as God had promised, Sarah gave birth to a baby boy. They named him Isaac, which means son of laughter, and Sarah laughed. And this time it was a glorious, happy laugh. Her dream had come true. God would do as he promised. He would always look after Abraham's family, his special people. And one day God would send another baby, a baby promised to a girl who didn't even have a husband. But this baby would bring laughter to the whole world. This baby would be everyone's dream come true. Waiting is never easy, but when we have deep faith like Abraham, God will help us to produce the fruit of patience. We will be prepared to wait for the blessings of God. We won't allow ourselves to focus on being frustrated because we will focus on the joy and peace in the middle of the waiting because we also have patience. Now, patience has never come easy for humans. No matter how old you are or how young you are, it's just not easy to wait, especially when we're living in a world where almost everything is one click away. But there will be times in our lives when we need to be patient, like when we're waiting in the doctor's office, or when we're waiting to hear what it will look like to return to school, waiting to hear what it will look like to return to our church building. We need to be patient. We need to rely on God and look forward to His plan. Waiting teaches us to rely on God. It teaches us to be content. When we learn patience, God also gives us peace that helps us to stay calm as we wait. Patience also produces more joy because even though we don't know what the answer is or what the outcome might be, we know that God will work things out for our good. Patience grows faith. Patience isn't easy and waiting isn't fun, but God can give us true patience and so much more. So this week, let's ask God to teach us to be patient. Patient when we're forced to wait for something this week, or this summer, or this year. And let's hand over our frustrations to God. God will grow patience in each of us, and He will grow our faith. Have a great day, friends.